Hello everyone, welcome to The Green Man for another Friday night album review video, and in tonight's video I'm reviewing the latest release from Darkthrone. Eternal Hails, released today on Peaceville Records. This is their 18th studio album. It's 5 tracks and about 42 minutes in length. Now, one thing that immediately struck me about this latest release from Darkthrone was the really old school sounding production on this black metal, or for this black metal band. In fact, the album's got a slight doomy flavour to it, but it was a really old school sounding production that took me back to sort of late 1980s, early 1990s, those really old school black metal albums. But I felt like that sound really suited the music that was going on here, the theme and that album cover as well. It felt like you were possibly within that album cover, looking out at that moon across the way from the cave you're looking out of, and it just felt like the music, that rustic organic music that was going on here in production, really suited the feel, the theme of this album. And I really liked that, even though I'm generally not the biggest black metal fan. Don't all go mad at me, but I'm not the biggest black metal fan, but there are certain kinds of some bands that I do enjoy, and there are some classic black metal albums I really like as well. And I did just feel that for this album, it just felt like this was actually a good choice to have this kind of sound. Now, particularly enjoyed the opening track, his master's voice, going into the second track, where I felt got some really cool chord progressions and changes, that kind of riffs that also reminded me a bit of obviously Black Sabbath from the 70s. But really liked what was going on here, particularly with that second track here, Hate Cloak, kind of doomy, really kind of cool, as I say, chugging rhythms going on in that track. The third track's one of my favourites, Wake of the Awakened, or perhaps my favourite track. Absolutely loved the progressions in this one that they were going for. Darkthrone obviously have a bit of a mastery of how to build a riff up, and how to sort of make it quite memorable and catchy as well, and also keep you interested with the songs. I really liked the third track. The fourth track here, which was Voyage of the another long one, Voyage to a North Pole Adrift, 10 minutes, the longest track on the album. It's the only one that actually I felt like I wasn't quite as in tune with for whatever reason. It just lost me a little bit. Obviously it was a lengthy track, so perhaps for me I felt like there could have been a bit more shifting, a bit more changes within that particular track for me to be really engaged fully with that one. Then I absolutely loved the last track, Last Arcane City of Apakra. That was fantastic. I think because it kind of had, out of all the 5 tracks that were on offer on this album, it had that segment in this particular song where it kind of takes a break. It goes into this really cool ambient section with that sort of those single notes on the lead guitar, I think, in the background, which kind of give you, again, that slightly isolated feel, but it's building up into something big, and they of course deliver that climax for you. I was worried it wasn't going anywhere, but when they did that climax, you know that was worth that build up, and really cool, big heavy chords coming in towards the end, just to give you the climax that you were probably half expecting and waiting for from a band like Darkthrone. So how do I rate this Darkthrone, this latest release, overall? I thought this was an impressive release from Darkthrone, pretty consistent throughout. Maybe there is this album that didn't do quite as much for me as I might have liked. The production, obviously very, very old school, won't be for everybody, therefore. For me, I quite liked it. As I say, I thought it tied in pretty well with the theme of this album. I'm going to give this latest release an 8 out of 10. That's actually my highest score for a few weeks, I think, on the channel. Really did like this latest one from Darkthrone. I will be revisiting it. Who knows, maybe it will feature on one of my top albums at the end of the year. We'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I like this one. Good, solid album from Darkthrone, and I find that they really disappoint in the discography. So anyway, as always, if you've enjoyed this video, if you like to watch album reviews, do like and subscribe. I try and upload album reviews every week, and also tie in other things in this channel, sci-fi, fantasy and horror are other interests of mine. I sometimes do videos on those things as well. Anyway, take care everybody, have great weekends, see you next time.